So for my brief, I chose The Future We Choose. And my whole concept was there's this person walking through a park, and it starts in a sepia color palette like this. Oops, sorry, I have to. Okay, no, I thought I had to sneeze there for a second. My bad. Um, but it starts in the sepia color palette, and then as she's walking through, it transitions into something more colorful as she gets more hopeful because she sees, oh, things are changing, things are getting better. But then she's reminded of the ticking clock. We have 10 years left before climate change is permanent, and it all gets very dark and grayscale, and she gets kind of scared. So I started in this sepia color palette like this. And for my visual personality, I kind of wanted it to be like a kid's crayon drawing almost, very playful, very simple, very easy to process and easy to understand because I wanted to incorporate that it would be very eye-catching for everyone, even a younger audience, because this is something everyone should care about, not just adults. Once we get through the sepia tones, it goes into this brighter color palette, which is what I want it to portray. I want it to be more hopeful as the audio gets more hopeful. And I found this video from the Facebook community guidelines that really kind of makes me feel how I want my piece to feel. Like it's very happy. She's walking through this park. She's having a good time. And like things are just happening behind her. So she's walking not quite in place, but kind of stationary while everything moves behind her. It's not just her moving. Moving on, when the speaker lists the things that we can change, like she's like, we can cut down on emissions, we can make the world a better place. I want those things to morph behind the person as they're walking. So this is a good visual showing the style that I was aiming for, as well as this, because the things she lists happen in very quick succession. Is not a very long audio. So I wanted to incorporate everything very quickly, but still very eye catching. So it doesn't interrupt the scene, it just happens behind her. Here's the grayscale palette that I was thinking of then for the end as it gets more scary and more sinister, reminding us that we don't have a lot of time left. For my personality, I wanted it to be very flowy and very playful, but also still serious. So the motion is reminding us kind of that time is continuing to go on, even like it doesn't stop. So the motion in the piece wouldn't stop. It would just continue going on even if we don't want it to. I found this motion of this woman standing, she looks kind of serious, and then there's all this wind. So it's not a playful motion, even though soft motion is usually kind of considered very playful. It's still very serious because it's moving around in ways that we can't predict. For the draining of the color, then I found this that visualizes what I want to show when the color drains out in various sections. It moves like this, very fluid, but still quickly, as the audio is very quick. And for the end goals for the visual, I wanted to incorporate that even though the motion is playful and it's in a kid's drawing style, it's a very serious topic we need to worry about. I want it to not scare people, but kind of remind them that this is very serious. So something like this where it fades out, but it still keeps the tone of, hey, this is very serious, even though it's in bright colors, it's not playfully bright. This continues the motion of, okay, this is still playful, but still constantly moving. I think this visual I found incorporates what I want out of my end goal the best, where it may be in a playful art style, but it still looks very serious. It doesn't look very kid-like.